Just in the living room, they won't ask you at the door what you trying to get into. Only me and mine, your salad bring a friend or two. Bottles popping, models watching, all the in my welcome to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party.
And y'all know what time it is. Fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up. And I've been taking a little break. You know what I'm saying? I had to take a little break, you know what I'm saying, to get right back at it with the high energy. You know what I'm saying? We back with the fruit up, the all red, the hoodies looking good. I look good. I feel good. It's a tremendous night. Welcome to Fruit Up with B. Smith YouTube. If you're not subscribed to YouTube channel, you're not doing yourself any service. So you should be subscribed to the YouTube channel. You should be at home watching this on the big screen TV and all that good stuff. So I appreciate everybody for being here. Facebook, Instagram, you know how we rock it. Tonight, we right back to it. I know y'all see the bottom of that screen. Share this live. We're gonna have a great conversation with my sister tonight. My sister, a high-level individual. Somebody who interviewed me before. We had a nice conversation. And you know, it's always good talking to high-level individuals, but high-level women are even better. You know what I'm saying? They're even better. So I'm excited tonight. Ms Fitvegan, Jeannette Donofrio. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Maybe let me make sure that I'm saying your name correctly. Did I say that right?
Donofrio, but honestly, it's fine. Everyone says it a different way. So it's
indeed. Well, Ms Fitvegan, that's what I know you as. That's what we call you tonight. I appreciate you for joining us. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Bobby. I never really do interviews this late, but I'm a very big fan of yours. I really like what you're doing, and I was like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So thank you for having me on.
That's dope. Yeah, you know, like we've been having a lot of high level conversations in the community, and you know, I'm always online looking at the scope of the community. I'm always involved in conversations, so I'm like, we gotta bring my sister on to talk about a lot of stuff that's been going on. But for the people who work with me, if you know, I don't like to say the word followers. It's the people who walk with me. So for the people who walk with me, can you please tell my people a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I agree. I don't like to say followers either. I like to say supporters. I have a lot of supporters out there. And so, yeah, my name is Janette. I have been eating a 100% raw living foods lifestyle since 2011. And the reason is because I was sick, overweight, I was depressed, I had severe cystic acne all over my face, my chest, my arms, my back, everywhere. I was just living a life that I didn't like and I wanted out and I was, suicidal. I was very depressed. So I was ready to try anything and I did. I tried Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. I tried crazy things, the Hollywood diet, grapefruit diet, Atkins, which is now keto. And the raw food diet was just another thing that I tried. But this was different because wow, it was like it made sense. All the other
Mm.
diets, they didn't make sense. And of course, this is not a diet, it's a lifestyle, but a lot of people call it the raw food diet. So this just it just clicked and then I started eating fruit, lots of fruit, some vegetables, nuts and seeds, but mostly fruit and everything changed. My mind, my body, my skin, my outlook on life, my depression lifted and I wasn't suffering and struggling through it, I was eating and I was feeling good, and I was eating till satiation, I was feeling full. I wasn't counting the calories and starving and binging and, going through this yo-yo dieting that I had been doing my whole life. So yeah, I've never looked back. I was 26 when I started. I'm almost 39. In 2 weeks, I'll be 39. And it's just getting better every single day, Bobby. And I know you know what I'm talking about. And you can only really know when you're living it. You can't really know until you feel it. So everybody out there, if you know, then you know this is the way to eat. But unless you've tried it for an extensive period of time, you don't really know it yet. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Dope, dope, dope. And please, y'all, please make sure y'all share it live if you haven't shared it yet. We need to get this information out here tonight. You know, when I listen to you talk about like you came from this depression state, this you had acne and stuff, and I see a lot of the pictures you post online, and you know, tremendous transformation. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about that experience that you're talking about, like how you have to feel this. Like, I try to help a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And tell them like, hey, this lifestyle feels great. This lifestyle feel great. But can you talk about the feeling of it? Like, what's some of the feelings you have that are good when you get up and live like this every single day?
Yeah, that's a great question. Um, Life is full of difficulties, right? So when you start eating healthy, those obstacles, they're still there. Your family's still there, your job is still there, your financial issues are still there, everything's still there. But when you're eating a raw or high raw vegan diet, what happens is you change. And when you change, it's like it's almost like you can see things differently and you can handle them differently. And
Mm,
that's what happened with me. You know, I had a disabled sister. My mom was disabled. When I went raw, my grandpa was dying of cancer, prostate cancer. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from a really bad neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York. I didn't have money to afford this lifestyle. And we could talk about that later. So,
mm,
like everybody that says, you know, it's too expensive to be raw, I know. That's why I had to get a job at a health food store to afford to eat 100% organic, to eat
mm,
the way I wanted to eat. So, something happens when you start eating fruit that your mind starts seeing the solutions to things that you thought were roadblocks. You start seeing obstacles as opportunities. And that is what we're supposed to be doing. But because we're eating so much garbage, we can't think like we're supposed to be thinking. We are
mm,
such evolved beings, Bobby, and I know you know what I'm talking about. We used to move things with our minds. You know, we have telepathy. We used to time travel, and we have lost all of our powers because we have been eating the wrong foods. So
mm,
that's why I'm dedicating my life to helping people understand that our species specific diet is fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds, mostly fruit, because it changes you. And then you can start to change the outside. You can start to change your life, your body, your health, your finances, your relationships. And yeah, ever since eating raw and getting colonics, that's a big part of it too, getting the stuff out. My whole outlook on life has changed and my ability to handle things and my anxiety went away, my depression, my I had panic attacks. I've never had one since. I've never had a panic attack since going raw. And maybe that's not going to happen for other people. You know, everyone's experience is different, but this is my truth. This is really what happened. So, yeah, you are going to feel completely different, and the outside is going to show as well.
that's high level. That's high level. And I hear you say I went raw. So are you raw? What you classify yourself as? Like, you are, like, people know you, you know, you do a lot of content, you know what I mean? People know the lifestyle you live. Let's clarify it. Like, are you a raw vegan? Are you vegan? What's the classification?
Yeah, I guess I call myself raw vegan because I eat fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, seaweed, spices, but I eat 90% fruit, to be honest. And that's been pretty much the same for the past 10 years. The first 2 years of being raw, I was eating a lot more nuts, a lot more gourmet stuff. I was having salt and oil and things like that because I didn't know. But now I know a little bit better. And so I eat mostly fruit. A lot of people would call me a fruitarian or eating, you know, 80-10-10, but I don't like to say that. I just like to say raw because if I want to have nuts, I'll have nuts. If I want to have, you know, vegetables, I'll have them. Mostly I want to have fruit though. So I say raw vegan.
Mm, mm. Raw vegan. It's a, you know, it's a lot of hold on. What, my, I can look like I'm keep freezing a little bit. Um You know, it's a lot of classifications in the community: raw vegan, vegan, fruitarian. So I just be wanting to classify like who I got on and what they do, because you know we talk about this confusion in the community, right? Where everybody get on and say they something different, or what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating. And this is one of them things that I want to talk about real quick before we get into anything else. You talk about division in the community. I was listening to one of your podcasts the other night, and you was talking about division. Like this one person tell you to eat this one way, this person to tell you to eat this way, and then you say, then they criminalize, like criminalize. I don't know how to say it. They make it sound horrible. This one way of living is horrible. This one way is better. Can we talk about that a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your take on the scope of the community, how people should be eating, and the way you direct people?
Yeah, so I'd love to talk about this. Thank you for the opportunity. I don't want to get on anybody's bad side because, who wants to be, I want to be friends with everyone. But the truth is that I don't work for anyone. I'm lucky enough to work for myself, and I don't have any partnerships with anyone, any companies, any other raw vegans. And it really gets me upset when I see other raw vegans or other people in the health movement that are lying, that are saying there's only one way to be healthy, that you have to have this supplement or you have to do this, juice cleanse, or you have to do it this way. Because the damn truth is that there's hundreds of ways to be healthy. There are so many ways. And the only way that's going to work for you is the one that works for you. Okay, so a lot of people, they, drink juice all day and then they have one meal at night and that works for them. That's great. That's what's going to work for them. That wouldn't work for me. And a lot of people come to me very, very confused. And when I see people online spreading this confusion, it lets me know that they have a different agenda. Their agenda is to sell a product or their course or their raw reset or their community. And yeah, all of us need to make money, right? That's how we're able to do what we're doing. I understand that. But there's no reason to scare people or tell people that there's only one way to do something. I always say, listen, I have books, I have courses. If you want me to help you, I can help you, but there's many other people that can help you too. I'm not the only one. I don't know all the answers. I'm just doing what I'm doing. It's working for me. It's working for my clients, but it's not the only way. There's not one way. You can eat a high fat diet and feel great. There's so many people doing that. It doesn't work for me, but I hate when people say there's only one way and they confuse the shit out of all of us. And I used to do a lot of interviews and I loved it, but then I was getting confused. My community members were getting confused and I just can't do it anymore. And so many people, they don't even eat this way, Bobby. Like I can tell, that's why I did this, because I can tell this is what you're doing. You're walking the walk, you're talking the talk. I can look at people and I just know from being, 13 years raw, I know they're not eating raw. I know they're not living this. They're trying to make money in this movement, which, yeah, there's money to be made because everyone's sick. Everyone's sick, fat, and nearly dead right
Facts.
now. So
Facts.
there's lots of money to be made, but I don't work for a company. I don't work for money. I work for the raw food movement because it changed and saved my life. That's the honest truth. I don't even know if I'd be here if I didn't go raw. In fact, I heard a doctor once tell me, um, like my chiropractor, he like reads energy in your body, and he was saying how if I didn't go raw, I probably would have had parts of my intestines removed. He was reading the energy in my body saying like, wow, your nervous system is so like stressed and tight. It's like, wow, it's amazing you're not like sick or anything. And he says the raw food diet is probably the reason why. Because, we, like all of us, we went through traumas as kids. All of us have had a lot of stress in our life. This is just the society we're in. And I know the raw food diet saved my life. So that's what I work for. I work for the raw food diet. I'm not working for money. Money comes to me because I'm providing value for people. Like
Mm,
money chases value. I don't need to lie to people. I don't need to sell you on something. I don't need to sell you on um like a juice cleanse so that you'll just keep on coming back to me because you just never do it right. And no offense if anybody out there is on a juice cleanse. I'm personally really against them, but I know a lot of people that have been successful. but I know a lot of people that haven't too, right? So it's
Mm.
not for everyone. And you definitely don't need to do a juice cleanse to go raw. And you're someone who you've been successful doing what you're doing, right? And
Fact.
so the people that are going to follow you, if they can do it, then they're going to be successful too. But then I'm sure you tell people there's other ways, right? Like there are other ways to be healthy too.
Mm.
If you don't want to just do the mono cleanses, you can do high raw. You can eat I like your thing cuz you have like fruit till 5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very doable for people, okay? Just eating 100% fruit or only juice, this is not really doable for most people. So I love the fruit till 5. It just makes sense. I've been doing that for a long time and it's what has healed me. And thank you for that was a very long answer.
No, no,
Thank
no,
you
that's
for
dope.
letting me talk
That's
about it.
dope. No, that's dope because I'm gonna tell you like this real quick though. I
Mhm.
I was what you talking about, that was me. You feel me? Like I came in the game like it's fruit up or die, basically. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta. I looked at the scope. I had I've been mentioning this to everybody. I've been doing interviews with raw food advocates, people who like raw food is this way. Raw food is the highest form of living, but they eat cooked food. And I tell my clients and I tell people all the time, the secret behind the scenes is everybody is talking about they do this and they don't do that like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a formula being used against you to make you think a certain way. And I think that's where the confusion come in because you like you say it may be some agenda behind it or not. I'm in the business of making money, of course, but I had to learn that pushing one way of food or one way of eating is not it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. You know, I don't fruit up till 5 was made up for that reason. It was modeled after raw till 4, but it's fruit up till 5. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you when I heard you on the podcast saying like, I gotta stop the confusion. I gotta stop the separation. You know what I'm saying? I felt it. Like I'm with that. But let me ask you this though, since we on the topic, what is the main problem you have with juice fasting and long mono eating fast?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question because I mostly eat mono meals, Bobby, and I've done a lot of juice cleansing in my life too. I've done a lot. Um, the problem I have is that most of my clients come to me with really low self-esteem. They're coming to me feeling like there's something wrong with them because they couldn't last 40 days. They couldn't last 90 days. They couldn't do what they see on different people's channels. I'm just going to say it like Jillian Berry. This is my friend. She interviews a lot of people that do long-term juice cleanses. And so people see this and they're like, okay, I'm going to heal. I'm going to do this. And then they can't do it. And then they think it's them. They feel so low about themselves. Their confidence is gone. And it bothers me because I know it's not them. They're just trying to do something that cannot be done for most people, you know?
Fact.
Yeah, you and me can probably do it, just being honest. But we're not better than anyone because we could do it. It's just maybe our personality. My personality is, yeah, I could do a long juice cleanse and I'm not going to go back to McDonald's. But the average person is not, that's not going to work. They might be able to do it, they might not. And then when they come off, they're probably going to binge on all the horrible processed foods that they were trying to get rid of. And the body doesn't like that. The body doesn't like all the way up, all the way down. Like going from the penthouse to the outhouse. One of my mentors said, when you do a juice cleanse, you're in the penthouse. You're doing the highest, cleanse on earth. And then when you
Fact.
go get off of it, if you're eating processed foods again, you're going to the outhouse. The body is just so confused and it's like you never even did anything and it's worse than before you started. So I like to teach people that there is no such thing as perfection and we're going to do the best we can with what we have. And sure, if you're retired and you have all the time in the world and you want to do a juice cleanse, sure, but most people are not sitting at home juicing all day. And it's the truth is that it was easy for me to do juice cleanses because I worked at a juice place. I worked at a raw vegan cold pressed juice company for 10
Mm,
years. So
mm.
I was doing juice cleanses all the time because I go to work, there's the juice. And yeah, so that's why. And I'm not gonna name names, but there's people in this movement that like they're fake. They're faking it. And it bothers me, Bobby, because they're making it look like they do something and then I meet them, I go to their house and they're eating animal products. They're eating processed foods. And it's like what in the world? Why? Because what they're promoting doesn't work.
What?
And when you don't know what works and what doesn't work, how can you even help someone? Sorry.
No, 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 no. I ain't mean to cut you off. That's just interesting to me. Like when you go to these people's houses and shit, right? Like a motherfucker wolf lying about what they doing. And what's the reaction to your like what do they say? Like why are they doing that?
Um, it always comes down to they have okay, the truth is it always comes down to either they're just doing this for the money or they're in the raw food movement because they had a disordered eating or eating disorder. So like if a woman is coming to the movement and she's constantly cleansing, she's constantly juicing, she's constantly doing these cleanses, the truth is that she's not in it for the health. She's in it for the weight loss and the, to get as clean as possible, but that's not sustainable. So, like if you're starving or you're
Yeah.
juice cleansing, you're eventually going to fall off and some people fall off and they have eating disorders, so like they don't really eat. They don't need to eat, but the normal person will fall off and eat a lot of processed foods. Um, People have all types of crazy excuses, and most of them are just, um, yeah, it's like they know the truth. Like, like the other day, somebody commented that Dr. Robert Morse is eating dead animal body parts, and I don't know if this is facts or not, but like I would not be surprised because it's like he doesn't seem like the healthiest person on earth. He doesn't look like the healthiest person, honestly, and it's like he's talking about berries, fruits, and melons. But, like, what are you doing? And I think he says he eats Indian food once in a while, and that's fine, but then why are you telling people the optimal diet? Why are you telling people what they should eat when you can't even master the art of eating healthy?
Oh
Like,
my
that's
God.
that's the damn truth. Like, if you haven't mastered something, why would you teach it? Why would you be
Facts.
out there telling people what to do if you can't even do it yourself?
Facts. Facts. And you know what? This is fire. Share this lot. Hey, you know what? I'm
I'm
all
gonna
the way with you
get
because I did.
enemies.
You know what? Somebody talk about I always side eye Dr. Moore's appearance.
I'm sorry, I swear I'm not gonna say one more person's name, but it just really gets to me. Oh, that's Black Pineapple. Yeah,
Facts,
she's a
facts,
truth
facts.
seeker as well.
Hey, like, and you know what though? This is much needed because we, like you say, that's not sustainable. Going into an all juice fast, I see a lot of people go into juice fast and mono eating fast and come out of it worse.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they go back to eating all that processed food and they don't know what to do. They feel bad. They body craving all this shit they ain't never wanted to eat before in their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Fruit Up Till 5 was invented. And we trying to show people that the best way to sustain this living is to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're making healthier choices and doing the right thing. I see that you help women
Yes.
become healthy, sexy, and vegan, right?
Yes.
Now, how tough a job is that? Like, is it tough? Is it easy? Let's talk about what you do for women and how you do it.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's my life purpose. It's my life's work. So I'm happy to do it. I'm really excited. My next course starts on Sunday, March 10th. And basically I mostly work around the false negative beliefs that women have been thinking over and over and over again, because that's our beliefs. They just come from our thoughts that we've had over and over. These thoughts of like, I can't do it. I'm always going to be the fat one. I have no willpower. I can't stick to this. I can't do that. It's all in the mind. Like the food that I loved, it's still there. I live with my best friend. She has all the food that I used to love. All the processed
Mm.
foods is still in my house, but now it has no power over me. And I help women understand what is going on with the food they're eating and the power that they think it has when meanwhile it's like the Wizard of Oz. They've always had the power. They've always, like Dorothy, when she clicks her heels, she's always had the ability to go home. These women that come to me, they think that something's going to change and they're going to get all this power and they're going to get this willpower and this discipline working with me, but the truth is that they've always had it all along. They just didn't realize it. And then I hopefully help them wake up to their real strength, which is to say no, which is to set boundaries, which is to prioritize themselves, which is to make their food before their families, which is to, go shopping and spend significant money on their organic fruit and vegetables. Whereas before, they might not feel like they're worthy enough. They might not feel like they don't want to bother anyone. They don't want to make a big deal when they go to restaurants. They don't want to be a problem. It's all about standing up for yourself and realizing you are worthy and deserving of health and feeling good and looking good. And it's not just about taking care of your kids and your husband and your boss. What about you? And we go through a whole 6 weeks, me and my women, and we work out together. We do lots of EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. We do meditations. We do honestly, a lot of like trauma releasing, because sometimes the food addiction is mostly because of things we don't want to think about. We're using food for numbing us, making us feel happy. When we're sad, we eat. When we're happy, we eat. When we're bored, we eat.
Facts.
Women, men can also have a food addiction, but since I'm a woman, Bobby, I decided I'm going to work with women because that's what I know. I healed myself, so I'm going to work with women, helping to heal themselves. And yeah, it's a lot more of the mind than the body, honestly. Because, like
Mm.
Deepak Chopra says, if you want to know what your body's going to look like in the future, look at your mind now. And if you wanted to know what your mind looked like in the past, look at your body now. So, our mind is going to dictate what our body looks like in the future. So, we have to change our mind first before our body changes. And I try to help women realize that.
Mm. Mm. What's the? You know what? Every woman can be saved, and I'm gonna tell you this. Like, what have you? Have anybody ever came to you? Like, because and I just had this thought since you help women, like
Yes.
in a real bad state, like and like just like like bad looking, eating terrible, overweight, maybe a little sloppy or something. Like, have you anybody ever came to you like that and you like how difficult would that transformation be? Like, because I'm just trying to get the scope of like how a lot of women live, like like in these transformations that we see. Like, how difficult is it to get a woman to get that mindset?
Yeah, that's a great question. It depends on how bad their life is. You see, there can be somebody who is, 150 pounds. They're really feeling like shit. They really want to get their life together and they want to lose 20 pounds. Okay. Then there can be somebody who's, 400 pounds and they're like, it's not that bad. Everything's fine. They're not going to change. And like, this is a great question because that's why I have an application process. I have an application because I cannot work with anyone who's not willing to put in the work.
Mm,
Like, as you know, everything works if you're willing to work,
fact,
right? And
fact.
so I can't work with victims, unfortunately, even though I need money. We all do, right? We all need
Mhm.
money, unfortunately. And I would love to, you know, make as much money as possible. But
And help every
unfortunately,
single person.
yeah,
Right, right.
but and help every single person. But unfortunately, I cannot help people that don't really want to be helped. Like there's some people that they come to me and just 2 days ago I had to tell someone this course is not for you cuz they want me to do the work for them and they want me to like make them into me and
Yeah.
they don't want to change their mindset. They just want to change what they're eating. And that doesn't work. Like you literally have to change the way you're thinking in order to change the way you're eating. You have to change your mind first. And I just cannot stand victims because I was a victim for a very long time. I was a victim for most of my life and I can't stand them now because I see what I was doing wrong and that was I was not seeing what I could do. I was only seeing what I couldn't do, Bobby. So when I went raw, I was like, okay, what can I eat? Before that, I was always thinking, this is so unfair. I can't eat fries. I can't eat waffles. I can't eat bagels anymore. I can't have pizza anymore. But now, as a raw vegan, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I can have grapes. I can have figs. I can have oranges. I can have nice cream. I can have juice. I can have smoothies. I can have bananas, papayas. I can have sapodilla, mame sapote. There's so many things I can have now. And forget
Mm.
about all the recipes you can make. You can make so many things. So, yeah, definitely it is very hard to change people. I would say that I I'm just going to be honest. Most people that take my course don't change. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, facts.
I work with 10 women at a time, and maybe on average, one or two actually changes forever and never goes back to eating animal body parts or processed foods. And the rest, they struggle. They're better. They lose weight and they get better, but they struggle because they are they're holding on to their identity, which is I struggle with my weight. I cannot do this. I have a food addiction. They're so scared to let go of that fucking identity that is
Mm.
destroying their life. But that's all
Facts.
they know. That's all they know. And what's comfortable, what's familiar becomes comfortable. So like I'm trying to make somebody understand that to get a comfortable body, you need to get uncomfortable. You need to work out with me. You need to sweat. You need to make choices like when you're craving chocolate, I need you to have a smoothie instead, and that's very uncomfortable. Okay? When you're craving waffles, I need you to eat a papaya. That's very uncomfortable. You don't want a papaya when you're craving waffles. But if you do it, it gets easier and easier and
Facts.
easier as you know. The decision it's like it's so hard in the beginning, and then once you do it 100,000 times, it's so damn easy. It's like Michael Jordan, he was a terrible basketball player until he started really putting in the reps. He got cut
Facts.
from his high school basketball team. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to start practicing. And that's same with being a raw vegan. You're just going to practice over and over and over. And then after 1,000 times, you're going to just be like the Michael Jordan of the raw food world. And it's
Right.
going to be so easy.
You know what? This is I'm glad you said that because that's what I do. I'm doing my reps right now. You feel me? Like I'm practicing the lifestyle, but the thing is, I practice it at a high level and my mindset different. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't feel bad about eating outside of my diet, or I don't look at other people's lives and say I want to be like that, or I shouldn't be doing this because such and such said I shouldn't do it, or that's a part of the disease. Bobby Smith do what he want to do, when he want to do it, how he want to do it. That's why I do what I do. And I fruit up. So you got to be real to what you do. I got a two-part question for you real
And
quick.
I just want to say real
No,
quick,
go ahead.
that's
Go ahead.
why you're going to be extremely successful because maybe it's going to take a little bit longer for us to be successful. But when you're fake, when you're living a lie, maybe you can make money, but you're never going to be happy ever. Okay. So if
Facts.
you're authentic and you're doing something because it's your calling and your heart, that's when you achieve real success, not just financial success, but like fulfillment. And you change lives, and you have changed a lot of people's lives because you're authentic, Bobby. And I appreciate that about you. I really
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Likewise. So, like I said, though, because you being authentic, you being real, true to yourself. I said you get more respect being who you are in this world. That you get more respect for being yourself than anything else.
Then trying to
Not
look good, trying to be
fact,
perfect.
facts. Who wants to be? I'd rather be myself looking bad than looking real good, trying to be somebody else. I mean, that's just
Mhm,
common sense. This common sense, which we lost a lot of. And
mhm.
we both know what's going on. We know the truth. We know what the reality is. We know that you got to have a high level mindset in order to be around here and live on the internet. You definitely got to have a high level mindset because people going to talk crazy, and I love it though. I've embraced it. I can be myself anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a piece of cake. Let me ask
Yes.
you this though. I got a two-part question because I got a lot of clients, right? And surprisingly, a lot of them are women. Like a lot of women come to me. And I think that's because this is the problem. Well, let me ask you this. If you were in this situation, say you were with your significant other, right? Are you single or I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't want to put you out there, but just leave it like this. Say you with your significant other, right? And you they're not trying to live the life you're living. You know what I'm saying? They're you trying to get up and go to the gym every day, you trying to eat right, and they're not doing that, and it's kind of stopping you from it. And you if you were in that position, what would you do, or what advice would you give to someone who in that position?
I mean, great question. When you're trying to get your life together and somebody is like deterring that, somebody's not encouraging that, somebody's making it harder for you, then I honestly want you to think about if you are equally yoked anymore, if you guys are compatible anymore, because people grow and change. And if you're trying to get the toxins out of your body, you got to also get the toxins out of your environment. And some
Mm,
people are toxic. And a healthy raw vegan lifestyle does not really go with a toxic partner. It just doesn't work. It's not like you're just going to eat raw and everything else is going to stay the same. No, you're going to start to realize that, wow, I'm in a relationship with somebody who actually doesn't want me to be happy, who doesn't want to be healthy, who we have nothing in common anymore. And yeah, I definitely have clients, though. I have to say, I have clients that their husbands or wives are not healthy at all. But here's the thing, their husbands and wives, they want the best for their partner. So they're like super encouraging. They're like, I love that you're eating salad. I love that you're raw. I love that you're going to the gym. They're not saying, why are you, who do you think you are? You're spending too much money on fruit and vegetables. This is a crazy diet. You're going to get sick from eating fruit and vegetables. Like, are you sure this is healthy? They're not talking down to them. They're not deterring them. So I think it's very important that people understand your spouse doesn't need to be eating this way for you to be successful, but they need to be respectful and supportive and understanding and loving you through it and encouraging you and buying you the watermelon and buying you, grapes and stuff like that, not buying you takeout. I have a client who she needs to lose weight. She is very sick, okay? And
mm,
she is overweight and she has diabetes and she has lots of health issues and her significant other is also sick and she's trying to go raw and he is ordering Uber Eats for her all the time, her favorite meals when he knows she's trying to go raw. So right there, that's a toxic relationship. And
facts.
it takes two to be in a toxic relationship. So please understand, it's not just his fault, it's hers too, because she's not setting her boundaries and saying, no, don't do this anymore, I'm serious, I do not want this food. But at the end of the day, Bobby, she, if she was setting her boundaries, maybe then he would, respect it. Nobody can respect you if you don't respect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How are
Facts.
people supposed to respect your boundaries if you don't respect your own boundaries?
Facts.
So there
Facts.
you go. It's
You got you got to set the tone. You got to set the standard, and it's difficult. I tell people all the time, one of the most difficult things on the earth is trying to be yourself.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, being your
Oh yeah.
true self is tough. Like that's why I get up and enjoy this. I like did you like when you said that this is an experience, right? I relate to that. That resonated with me so much because it is. I can't tell. I can tell you how I feel all day, and you cannot resonate with it. I'm feeling real good all day long, and you not ever feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really tap in. This is an energy. This is a mindset. This is how you feel about yourself. This is what you think about yourself, and what you are, what you eat. That's why they call it food for thought. So if you are what you eat, and you sitting around eating trash all day, you having trash thoughts. You are trash. I don't care what nobody say. And that's how you got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look at it that way. That's why when you see high vibrant beings and you see people flaunting themselves and living their life, you start feeling some type of way. I want to talk to you. We see you on IG doing exactly that. We see you must be living well. You must be doing what you're doing. Let's talk about what is sexy to Ms Fitvegan. Like you live that lifestyle. That's what you are. That's what you put out there. And what is that? What is sexy to you?
Yeah, sexy to me means, like you were saying, feeling comfortable being authentically yourself. physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Not having to rehearse or hide anything, not having to feel guilty about what you're eating or what you're doing, just being free to be yourself. And like you said, it is the most difficult thing in the world. So I really commend people like you and other people that I could tell are actually doing it because they're living it. They're supposed to be doing it. It's a calling to them. It's amazing to see. And I could see through all of these fake people online that it's not their calling.
Mm,
They're trying to get clout, they're trying to make money, they're just trying to hop on, this bandwagon of like health because everyone's trying to get healthy now.
yep.
And I believe the raw food movement and the living foods movement is growing every single day because it's a real solution to a problem, of people being so sick. And so to
Yeah.
me, sexy, it is physical because let's be honest, when you look better, you feel better. Like that's just we're not spiritual beings yet. Like we are, but we're still in a 3D world, right? We're
Right.
still in a physical world. So when you look good, you feel good. I don't care what that means to you, right? Because everybody has a different view of what looks good. But if you
Hmm.
think you look good, then you're going to feel so much better. And if you think you look like shit, then honestly, you're going to feel like shit. So I just want to encourage everyone to start eating things that they know are healthy, that they are not guilty for eating. I mean, the best part of my lifestyle, Bobby, is that I'm never guilty. I don't feel guilty for eating anything anymore. Like right now, it's almost 9 o'clock. If I want to have a bowl of ice cream, I will make a bowl of ice cream. In the past, I would be eating Haagen-Dazs or Ben& and Jerry's, and I would feel so guilty about it. I'd be like, "Oh, I messed up again." Like, "Oh, I'm so upset." Like I haven't said that for 13 years. I'm so upset about what I've eaten. And I want everyone to realize like everything you eat should either be healing or hurting you. Like, do you really want to choose those foods that are hurting you? Or do you want to start healing yourself through your thoughts and your words and your actions, and especially your food choices? And it's very sexy when you're healthy. When you're healthy and you feel confident, people are just gravitating towards you all the time. Okay. And everybody wants to hang out with me because, like I'm just feeling good. I'm making healthy decisions and I have, a good spirit. I'm optimistic. I have lots of energy and people want that and you can have it. It's your choice and it doesn't take a long time. Your body is very resilient. You start eating healthy and your body's like, wow, this is what we wanted, and it starts to lose the weight. You start to clear your skin, you start to have great energy. And yeah, I mean, I just want to encourage everyone to take the opportunity while you're still alive. There's so many
Facts.
people. I'm sure you've lost people. There's so many people that are not here anymore that don't have the opportunity to be healthy. So I want to encourage everyone out there to take the opportunity to be healthy and happy and sexy now while we're here. We're still here.
And you know what though? That's dope because I I sexy to me is somebody who believe that they're sexy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I tell people all the time, you won't be worried about how you look if you feel really, really good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna look good, because you feel good. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
sexy comes in all shapes and sizes. What you just said is the key. When you feel sexy, you are so sexy. But like there's people that look like supermodels and they're not attractive because they don't feel attractive. So yeah,
facts.
great point. That's a great point.
Facts, facts. Now you said something right there though, where a lot of people probably in here are like, well, that ain't that bad, fam. Like you eat, it's 9 o'clock. You eating some ice cream? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, but why say right now though, Ms Fitvegan was to go eat some Haagen Dazs or something like that. How would you feel about that then? Would you be able to bounce back from that? Or is that something that you still would struggle with right now?
Honestly, Bobby, animal products and processed foods are like my phone. Like it's not food to me.
Mm,
I have to tell you, and it took a while. I've been doing this 13 years now.
right.
Um, It's like cardboard. It's not an option anymore because my body doesn't recognize that as food. And other people that are struggling with eating, processed foods and stuff, you can get there. Like I grew up on McDonald's. I grew up on Snickers bars. I grew up on those, those marshmallow things that are pink with coconut on top with a puff. You know what I'm talking about? They
I
come
don't
two
know.
in a pack. Honey buns. I was
Oh,
eating honey buns every day. You know
mm,
those, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Soda, candy, cookies, all this stuff. So like, and I was raised like I wasn't raised on any type of organic food. I didn't have an avocado till I was 27, till after I went
Wow.
raw. I didn't have kale till after I went raw. I didn't have any good food growing up. So like I just want people to understand I wasn't born like this. What happens is over time your body just does not recognize that as food anymore. So like it is a 0.000% chance that I would ever consume any processed foods ever again, animal products, dairy, those things are against, first of all, against my ethics. I don't eat animal products. But if it's a vegan Haagen-Dazs, I still would never consume it because it's a non-negotiable for me. If it's
Mm,
not made from fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, it's not food. And that also is a mindset too, Bobby. Like this is what I say to myself. If
facts.
I say to myself all day long that I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm a food addict. I have to have this food. Then that's what's going to happen. But if I say to myself all day long, I'm a raw vegan. I only eat things that are made from fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And I say it over and over and over for 10, 15 years. What do you think's going to happen? That's going to come true. So I want everyone to understand that what you're saying, it's so simple. It's not easy, but it's so simple. What you're saying is coming true. The future is not a place you're going. The future is a place you're creating
Mm.
from the words and your thoughts and your actions every single day. So be careful out there. Okay. What are you saying right now? And that's what tomorrow's gonna bring, and the next day and the next day.
I don't think people get that. I don't think people understand how important that is.
No, and also, Bobby, because they don't know how powerful they are. We don't know how powerful life and death is in the tongue. We don't even get that. We read the Bible, we read these words, but we're like, yeah, but that was, that's scripture. That's not about me. That's about you.
Facts.
That's about
Facts.
you. Your life and your death is in your tongue.
Mm,
So
mm.
please stop saying, okay, say your stomach hurts all the time. You have a pain in your stomach. You know what? Stop saying it. I know it still hurts, but how about you take a different approach and instead of complaining about it all day, instead of saying it all day, how about you just stop saying it? Just stop saying it and see what happens. Because I promise you, if you stop speaking it into fruition, then you know what's going to happen? It's not going to hurt anymore. If you start saying, I feel great, I feel amazing, I love eating healthy, I love being a raw vegan, it's so easy to be raw. That was my first affirmation, Bobby. It's so easy to be raw. And you know what? It's so fucking easy to be raw. I'm
It's
sure you have the same way. You're just like, it's so easy to be fruit till
I,
5. Like, it's so easy.
I speak my life into existence every day. So that's what I tell people. I wear it, the fruit.
Love it.
I speak it. I watch it. I eat it. I absorb it. I live by this.
Yes.
So I'm becoming this. People don't realize how much I've actually spoke my existence into existence. Like when I say I'm a high level being, I feel like a high level being. Like I don't let nobody belittle me or make me feel less than the way. Nobody on this earth can tell me about me. Like I'm the most self-centered person I know, which is okay because I never was. And when I was not centered, I was being taken advantage of, and nobody really cared about me, and nobody cared about how bad I was living and my state of mind and who I was around and the people I was dealing with, or none of that. So why would I care about that stuff now? I'm the only one who care about that. Now everything didn't change. So I really get up and say, you a high level individual. When I'm in the gym and I'm walking on the steps, I'm stepping into my future.
Mm.
You feel me? Like literally thinking about it, talking like to myself and stuff. Like this is the reality of it, and that's the secret sauce that don't nobody know about. But you start putting it all together: life, speaking life, eating life, and living life. You
Yeah.
feel me? That's
I
the
love it, Bobby. I feel like somebody now because let me tell you, I definitely see you. I see you and I see the movement you're creating, and it's just amazing. And I just love what you're doing. And I also, when I do mountain climbers with my clients, I work out with people on Zoom, my clients.
Mm.
And when I make them do the mountain climbers, um, I tell them, okay, you're running towards your dreams. Close your eyes and imagine you running towards that. And then you just said you're stepping up, you're stepping. And I was like, oh, I do the same thing. So I felt a little,
Right.
but yeah, I definitely think that people need to become more aware of their thoughts if they really want to change. Like, if you really want to change, and like Bobby's talking about becoming kind of like obsessed with changing and
Mm.
obsessed with paying attention to your thoughts and obsessed with it. And look, he's got the hoodie, he's got the thing. Yeah, like you're gonna have to become obsessed if you really want change.
Facts.
Because everyone's obsessed with something, but unfortunately, a lot of people are obsessed with staying the same. A lot of people are obsessed with being that overweight person,
Yeah.
obsessed with being that depressed person, obsessed with how about you change your obsession to being that super healthy person, that weirdo that's eating fruit all the time, which I'm sure you can relate to because that was me. I was
Right.
in New York. I was raw for 9 years in New York, and I was working at a raw food company, and I was the only raw vegan in the whole company. There's over 500 employees. I'm the only one. And I know I was the boss, so it's hard to make fun of the boss, but they would say comments every once in a while. My employees, they would say like, "Wow, are you going to eat all those oranges, or are you going to eat all that watermelon?" And like they would comment and, tease me, but like, the crazy thing is that this is what we were doing in the company, like, this is what we were representing, and so I've been hearing, that I'm, like, there's something, I'm strange, I'm a fanatic, I'm obsessed. I've been hearing that I have an eating disorder since 2011, and, a lot of people used to make fun of me and used to question me, but now I found my community, and I found people like you and other people that get it, so I wanna encourage people to join a community and go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, okay? Because I was
Fact.
tolerated in New York. I was tolerated working for other people, but they never really celebrated me. They always thought I was a weirdo. They always thought I was just like this like strange person that, only eats fruit. But now people look at me like, "Wow, you only eat fruit? Like, wow,
Yeah.
what's your secret?" Now people look at me like with celebration.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and you know what? I never experienced that aspect of it to
really?
where people thought no, when people thought I was weird. Because you got to think about it. I came in the community repping the lifestyle like it was like if you call me a fruitarian or call me weird, I'm like thank you because you know what I'm saying. Like I get it. That's why this is happening because I came in here wanting to do this. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
wanted to be all fruit. I know eating all fruit is the highest way of living on the planet, and it's not for everybody.
no.
It's definitely not for everybody. It's sometimes ain't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't be wanting to do this all the time. My kids eat different food. People around me eat different food, but I know better because
Mm.
I know better because I do better. But that don't mean I don't have them thoughts. That don't mean I'm perfect in every way in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I still dib and dab and something. You feel me? But I don't let them see me sweat. You ain't gonna never see me sweat.
That's a great point. I talk a lot about this on my podcast. So thanks for bringing up my podcast. If anybody wants to check that out, Ms Fitvegan
Indeed.
on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Okay, so like I still love the smell of French fries. I still love the smells that come with these processed foods. And yeah, I'm living in a house with the same thing. Like my roommate's from France. She likes to buy croissants a lot. So she's warming up the croissants and it makes the whole house smell good. And sometimes I don't want to eat healthy either. Like, I can so relate to you. Like, sometimes I don't wanna choose, you know, bananas over a croissant with Nutella on it. Like, that looks
Fact,
really fucking good, but I know
fact,
better,
fact.
and when you know better, you can do better, and
Mhm.
so it's not your f a lot of people out there, they beat themselves up. It's not your fault. You're on your journey. That's why you're watching this. You're getting better every single day. You're getting healthier, you're getting stronger, you're getting better every day, so don't beat yourself up if you had something today that you weren't supposed to have. Did you learn a lesson? What could you do differently? Did you have enough fruit in the house? Tomorrow will be different, but you have to do something different if you want tomorrow to be different. And
Facts.
that's the it's simple, but it's not easy. Everything
Yeah.
in life is simple. It's just not easy. But please know that we still don't want to be healthy sometimes. Yeah.
It's a mind. If you know, like I say to everybody, you know your process. Perfection ain't don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no things that. And like for instance, if you know you want to eat something else, you know, can't nobody tell you what to do on this earth. It's your world. You not gonna be perfect. Stop trying to be perfect in an imperfect world. That's a called a disease. It's a mentality. You got to be stronger than what you doing. That's it. You got to conquer yourself, conquer your thoughts. It's a process. I'm 2 years into this, right, Jeanette? Think about this. I'm 2 years into this. I was 2 years ago. I was sitting on the couch eating KFC, drinking Cavassier. Do you think somebody could make me feel bad because
I
I'm not
can't see it.
100% fruit?
I can't see it.
Like, no, it's not going
Yeah.
to can't what I'm doing right now. I don't care about being perfect. I ain't never been I was so far from perfect. I ain't never thought about perfect. So I ain't thinking about it right now. I just do my best and feel my best. And that's what you see. You don't see me trying to be perfect because trying to be perfect bring on feelings that you don't need.
Yeah, and that's why I try to be myself as much as possible, and some people have a problem with it. I hear a lot of people like, "Stop cursing," because when I'm truly my authentic self, like, I was raised in Brooklyn, New York, and cursing to me is not a big deal. That's just part of my
Mhm.
vernacular, okay? And when I'm truly myself, when I'm on my YouTube channel and I'm just being myself, I'm not being interviewed, yeah, I curse a lot, and people have a problem with it. And you know what I tell them? I let them know that I'm not for you. I am not for you. If you have a problem with the cursing, because a lot of people, they want me to stop cursing so I can reach the kids. I'm not for the kids. I'm not for you or your kids. And you know what? There's a lot of raw vegans that never curse. They never curse on the internet.
Yeah.
They
Right.
really do curse in real life, but like they never curse. So go watch them. But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be somebody different on the internet than I am in real life. And I know you're
Mhm.
not either. And that's
Fact.
what I appreciate. And there's so few authentic people in this movement. It is so few because
Fact.
everyone is trying to pretend that they're perfect. And they're
Uh,
fucking not. And they know it. And
if
that's why they're not really going to be successful. Yeah, maybe they can make some money, but they're not feeling good. They're not feeling fulfilled. They're feeling like a fraud because when you're a fraud, you feel like a fraud. Just like when
fact.
you're healthy, you feel healthy. When you're sexy, you feel sexy, right? So basically, I just want everyone to know that the secret sauce is being authentic and putting yourself out there and starting your channel now, starting your podcast before you have the results. People love the journey. I mean, Bobby, I can't believe it's only been 2 years for you. I
Yep.
can't believe that because the way you talk,
Fact.
it's like been 20 years, you know? So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's incredible and you're on your journey and I want to encourage everyone out there to just start now, whether that's meaning putting yourself out there or starting your healthy journey and just know that you're not going to be perfect because it don't exist and you're just
I,
gonna the faster you pick yourself up. I learned this a long time ago. So like successful people fall off the wagon too, but they pick themselves up faster than unsuccessful people. That's it.
facts.
That's
Facts.
it.
Hey, you know what? I got the perfect example for that. I was
Tell
talking
me.
about like, yo raw vegans and all the people be lying and stuff. And I said what they probably can do though, what most people are out there doing is they having bad weekends of eating bullshit. But then they can go juice for a week. Or they
Yes.
can go back raw for a week. Because you gotta have like even in order to even fake the lifestyle, you gotta do it a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they are capable of doing some things.
Oh, that's
So
100% what they're doing.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
falling off, going on vacation, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
yeah,
then they're not telling people that. That's my
yeah,
problem, Bobby. They're not
yeah,
saying, okay, I fell off. Now I'm going on a juice cleanse. They're just pretending like they're just always on a juice cleanse or they're just always perfect and like something wrong with people out there if they can't do it the way they can. No, tell the truth. Be like, I fell off. I had some wine. I had some cheese. Now I'm going on a juice cleanse to cleanse myself out, but like the problem is that that's the cycle. That's a perpetual cycle. The body
yeah.
doesn't want a restriction. And when you restrict it, when you tell the body, when your ego tells the body what to do, it don't work. Okay?
Mm,
You need to listen to your body. If you're hungry, you need to eat. And I'd recommend you eat fruit, Have a
facts.
lot of fruit in your house. I mean, more fruit than you've ever had. If people are not concerned about how much fruit you have in your house, you're not eating enough. If people are
Mm.
not asking you, "Are you sure that's healthy? Are you sure that's not too much sugar?" If cashiers are not asking you what you're doing with all this fruit, then you're not buying enough.
Facts, facts. I feel like I walked in and bought them 40 pounds of apples the other day. And I go in there and I get the big, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I love that. I show off. I'm a show off. Like I'm an attention seeker. You know what I'm saying? I love attention. And I don't think like a lot of people lie about being attention seekers because they're seeking it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I seek attention because I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? And when you love what you do, it resonates because you really love it. And people want to feel like that. And I want people to feel like this because I felt down so long. Like, it's like I was in a dark sleep for like 10 years and then woke up and came into a new world. And I'm like, hey, everybody got to come see this. But don't nobody believe you. Nobody believe you. They like, it ain't that good over there, family. But we changing the frequency right now. That's why
Were
I
you
appreciate people like you.
same, I agree. Were you an entrepreneur before you got healthy?
No, hell no. I was working at I was a produce clerk at Meyer at a grocery store. And
Wow,
I just quit that job in June.
very
I
nice.
quit the job in June and started doing this. And now we help people at such a high level. That's why I changed the scope. I got a coach and a mentor now. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about elevation and growth. I don't care what people think of me and all that. If you're willing to change, you're gonna change and become better no matter what they think. So that's what I do. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm about to start a podcast because you turned me, you were so turned up with podcast. Hey, everybody, please, please go watch Jeanette's podcast. What is it? Ms Fitvegan on YouTube?
Ms Fitvegan, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
It's so dope. I was listening last night. I'm laying in the bed. I'm like, Jeanette talking that shit.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because I'm about to do that too because I love it. Like you said, if you got something you want to do and you got more words to get out, just start it. Don't wait till everything perfect. Don't wait because nothing ever gonna be perfect. Nothing ever gonna be the right time. Just get out there and start doing
What he just said. It's
it.
never gonna be the right time. Everybody's waiting for the right Monday, January 1st, my birth after vacation. No, it's never gonna be the right time. Never, ever.
Facts.
And circumstances will never be perfect. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to be successful as a raw vegan, if you want to be raw, you're gonna have to become raw no matter what. No matter what's going on, whether the kids are sick, whether your boss is mad at you, whether you're tired, whether you're stressed, whether you're busy, you're going to have to find a way to do it anyway. And that's the only way that you're going to be successful. So,
Indeed.
I mean, what he just said was the key before
Beautiful.
before you're ready and before things are perfect because they're never going to be perfect.
You know what? Before I ain't gonna hold you all night. I know you said you don't do
I
interviews this
love
late.
talking to you. I love talking to you. So, felt like 5 minutes
um,
to me.
and it's so crazy because this is just authenticity and it's at its finest. It's on display. And I'm looking forward to this. I'm calling the spring cleansing because I'm getting ready for the summer because we're doing another 100 days of watermelon and all that. This about to be the craziest summer of watermelon ever. Ever. And I can feel it. But let's talk about what happened at the Star Fruit Festival. I seen on your page, it looked like it was kind of turned up in there. Like, did you have fun? Was it a good event? Let's talk about it.
Yes. I mean, running a festival is a lot different than attending it. So I definitely had fun, but it is a lot. It is a lot of stress. It is a very intense to run a festival, but I'm very grateful that I'm a part of it. And that's another affirmation that I've been saying for years, since I volunteered in 2017 at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and I loved it so much that I said, every day is the Woodstock Fruit Festival in my life. That was my
Mm.
affirmation. Every day is the and now I work, I run the Woodstock Fruit Festival. So like every day I'm consumed with this festival. And so be careful what you say. But basically, yeah, it was amazing. And we're excited for the next one, which most likely will be in spring or summer 2025, because I didn't really like January. It was great for people to get, away from the snow, but it's not the season for fruit. Like fruit is spring and summer, so we
Fact.
didn't have the staples that we always do, which is mangoes and watermelon and peaches and cherries and figs. And so I'm pretty sure we're gonna most likely have the next one in spring or summer of 2025. And I hope you'll consider coming. I hope that you will be there. Maybe.
Facts. And we actually talking about like a fruit up convention this summer. And we trying to get that in the works together. Me, Cali Muscle, Casino Crisis. It's gonna be crazy. So we're gonna start the talks of that. And you can definitely get down with that too. We start to talk to that in the middle of this month, actually, with Tracy Lee. And it's gonna be a lot going on. The movement is growing at a rate that I never thought it would. I never thought I'd see this many people eating fruit like this. Like, it's like, wow. So I'm running with it. I want people to eat more fruit. And whatever way I got to do that, I'm going to do it. I don't care if I got to get you the fruit up till 5. I don't care if I got to get you the juice. I don't care if I got to get you the smoothies. Whatever it is, we trying to get people to eat more fruit because everybody is happier and more vibrant when the world is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? This on the internet, you can see it.
Absolutely. I've never met somebody eating an abundance of fruit that doesn't look amazing, feel amazing, doing great things, manifesting things, stepping into their purpose. It's such a powerful thing. And it seems so simple because it is. The more fruit you eat, the better you'll feel, the better you're going to look. And I'm excited. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do, Bobby. I'm really
It's
excited.
about to be, it's going down. It's going down. So yes, like amazing. Like I said, check out the podcast. I'm definitely gonna dig in a little more on that. We're gonna have to link up again, in the future. I'm gonna have to get some high level conversation to where we going deep, because I know you can go there. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know. So before we get out of here though tonight, you got the floor. It's your plug. You can say whatever you want to say to my family, to your family, and the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, I want to say, first of all, thank you very, very much for having me on. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Um, I really appreciate your time, and I don't take it lightly that you have tuned in. And I just want to talk real quick about maybe raising the bar in your life, because the truth is that when the bar is high, you learn how to jump higher. But when the bar is low, you just step over it and you never grow. Just think about that for a second, because you might think that eating something is not a big deal. But in reality, like Bobby said earlier, you are what you eat. It's time to raise the bar. You are made of, every cell in your body is made up of what you've eaten. You don't just eat it and poop it out. That's not how it works. Your DNA is constructed from what you are eating. So, whether you want to have kids one day or not, okay, it is very important that you keep your vessel as healthy and clean as possible in order to not just feel better, look better, do better, but also if you want to have kids one day, what about their DNA? It's going to be made up of those french fries you're eating, or that papaya, that watermelon, those oranges, okay? So, I mean, I wish that I could go back and I could start sooner, but the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to get results. So it's been 13 years for me. I promise you, I don't have any deficiencies. I get my blood work done every 3 years. I don't have any protein deficiency. I'm not B12 deficient. I don't have any health issues. Everything has gotten better. And just don't let the internet scare you, because there's a lot of false information out there, and there is absolutely no negative side effects from eating an abundance of fruit. So that's what I want to say. And just raise the bar in your life.
Raise the bar. You know what? It's so crazy you say that. I've been saying that every post. I'm raising the bar this year. I'm raising the bar. We
No
raising the bar.
way. We're here. We're here.
I promise you, it's higher standard of living. And it's okay. Expect more out of people. It's okay to expect people to be high level. It's okay to say get up and fruit up, because it's beneficial to people. So plug your Instagram, fruit, YouTube, all of that too. You forgot all of that.
Yes, yes. Okay, so Ms Fitvegan on Instagram. I have a new book on Amazon called Raw Vegan Excuses. I have something called the Raw Vegan Beauty Book as well, but this is my new one. So check it out on Amazon. I have a YouTube channel, like we talked about podcast. You can also find me at misfitmondays.com. That's my private community. And last thing I want to say is if anybody's interested in joining my food addiction freedom course, you can send me an email, jd@misfitvegan.com, or just find me on Instagram, send me a message, and I'll send you the application and see if it might be a good fit for you. I'm looking for one more woman who is suffering from a food addiction. So send me a message and I'll put you on the phone with my assistant, or I'll send you the application and we can just get started on Sunday. So that's it.
Dope, dope, dope. Hey, this has been brilliant. This has been brilliant. I appreciate you. High level conversations, high level beings. I appreciate the work you put in. Appreciate your platform. Everything. You know, this is what it's about: growing and becoming. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to everybody who joined and watched my sister tonight. Beautiful, beautiful conversation. Beautiful person. And we definitely gonna do this again, sis. Definitely.
Anytime. And if anybody ever cancels, call me. Let me know. I love talking to you. And I just thank you for being you. Seriously. Thank
Indeed.
you for being in this movement. You give me hope for like the movement, because I know that you're doing it from a good place. And I really appreciate that, Bobby. So thank you so much.
Indeed.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night, sis. Sleep well. Sleep well. Get some rest.
Thank you, Bobby. Bye,
Indeed.
guys.
Indeed. Indeed. JD at misfitvegan.com, family. JD at misfitvegan.com. Like, we raising the bar. We are raising the bar, family. That's what this year's about. I keep yelling 2024, right? 2024 it is. 2024 that. But guess what? I'm not going to be yelling that no more because we about to be a quarter into 2024. If you don't know what time it is, you don't know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. And I can't say it like that no more. But we're not going to let y'all run away from me tonight without me putting the Fruit Up 13 Ash App out there. But appreciate the work that's getting put in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to, raise the prices like we raising the bar. You know what I'm saying? Show the love, family. T-shirts and hoodies available. Up 13. What else I got? Tomorrow night, we right back at it. And I said I wasn't even gonna do them back to back no more. But tomorrow night, we had my brother Kev Ramon is going to come on here and talk about he on Facebook no more and what we got coming up this summer and all type of stuff. So look, I told y'all we truly raising the bar. So if you ain't getting in where you fit in, you ain't gonna get in. So I appreciate y'all tonight. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm not playing no more reels after my videos because Facebook don't like that. So I'm out of here tonight. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening and fruit up.